Okay, hello and welcome to the Stanley Parable, the full game. If you haven't watched my playthrough of the Stanley Parable demo, go check it out. Link is in the description. And I guess we'll jump right into it. Begin the game. The end is never. So the name is Sean. I will start making a lot of gameplay videos. Most likely a lot of Guild Wars 2 videos, also some League of Legends. I will also accept recommendations. If you guys want me to play a game, I will gladly play it for you. So the loading screen does not get any shorter. It was in the demonstration of the Stanley Parable, the loading screen was quite long as well, but not quite as long as this one. But I guess there's a lot to initialize for me to play such a, call it, amazing game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so one of the primary aspects of this game is the narrator. This guy is absolutely fantastic. So in the end of the demo,
what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
in the end of the demo,
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
okay, in the end of the demo we started off exiting some sort of elevator into this space here. All the doors were locked.
Touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Let's see if he's got one more of those comments, because you know we love the narrator. No. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll proceed to the next level. I'll switch off every computer that's on just to see if he mentions anything about it. Username is equal to access. Oh, yeah. It's a weird username. Let's see if I can... I should probably just stop exploring and head on to the story. Because for some reason you hate Mondays. So it's not the Stanley Parable demonstration cup anymore. 15.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On his left, okay. Should I do as he says, or should I not do as he says? I won't touch that plant. Okay, didn't help. Okay, I'll be a good coworker. 13, 12, 11.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Tips for not getting fired.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Okay, so what day is it today? So doesn't say anything about Saturdays, which is the day that I'm playing the game on. Wait, RD. No. Oh, there's no secret pressing RD at the same time, or nope. Synergize core value expenditures. Stop. What? Wait, I wanted to see that. Ah, too bad I can't jump. Why did we hire? Okay. Plant life. Less air. Okay. Okay, a door can open.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's a lot of things here, but nothing that I can...
Here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
That's the stairs.
Going to the staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm gonna be a rebel.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Oh,
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying. and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, this is
Then
just
imagine
too
himself
cool.
soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Can't see my feet.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
And I will stop this episode here. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. And I'll see you in the next video.